Good morning. Buckle up for the best answers to the question you've always been asking yourself, maybe. You are a burglar, but instead of stealing things, you leave something completely random. What do you leave that will leave the homeowners confused for decades on end? A note that says, "Guess you won't be needing this anymore." They'll live the rest of their lives wondering what I stole from them. They'll live the rest of their lives thinking, "Guess the burglar was right." True story. My family came back from a weekend getaway when I was a kid, and there was a pair of glasses sitting on the bathroom sink. Nothing was stolen, and there was no sign of a break-in, but someone left their glasses behind. That is honestly so creepy. It honestly was. It was decades ago and I still remember it. A calendar of 2030 with a random date encircled, placed in the kitchen. Circled in blood. Blood, sweat and cum. A duplicate of an item that isn't that important, but important enough for them to question whether or not they had two. Toothpaste tube of a different brand. An additional tap in one sink. Flowers and a get well soon card on top of the toilet. Signed, "With love from Taco Bell." I put a 1 cubic meter block of basalt. Too big to even get out of the house. It is engraved with a date. A date that means nothing. They would just mine it with a diamond pickaxe. SMH frick diamond pickaxe, all my homies use crime-tane pickaxe. A troy-ounce gold bar, worth $1,700. It will be sitting next to a sealed letter saying, "I've saved your life more times than I can count, but this time you saved mine. If you ever need a partner for one last job, you know where to find me." P.S. I found this in Montgomery's old suitcase. I guess we didn't leave empty-handed after all. Yours, Jay. So, I'm leaving the house next week. So a family comes home from vacation. First they notice some odd things in the house. There is an extra toothbrush in the bathroom sink. Extra shampoo and body wash from brands no one uses and they are half used. They go to the office and that is the weirdest. An entire bed and a small wardrobe is there. The wardrobe is full of an adult man's clothes. And they are not the father's. Not even the same size. Then it gets weirder. They find notes in the house. Stuff like grocery lists, reminders. "Josh, please buy eggs." Kevin Josh, the father, is confused. Some of the notes date years back. The kids have November 22nd marked as Kevin's B-Day. Going back 10 years. The family computer has a folder called Kevin full of all of Kevin's files. Funny pics he saved from online and such. And some of those files were created years ago. They find packages addressed to Kevin. Novels he has read. Snacks in the pantry no one in the family would buy. Birthday cards for kids addressed from Kevin. Everything suggests that an adult man named Kevin was living with the family for 10 years and the family collectively forgot about him. A picture of me on their nightstand. Are you standing on the nightstand? Sitting. I would leave a picture of a deer on the kitchen counter and a note along with it that reads, "Soon." Then throw a deer down their chimney on Christmas. It's like a confused retelling of the Santa Claus story. He rides around on a big floating sack of presents on Christmas Eve, throwing reindeer down people's chimneys. I'd leave a single generic key on the kitchen counter. "I hate you." I guess that means you win. Kwikset or Schlage? Neither. Make a custom key that doesn't match any keyway. It also has a future date engraved on it. On that date a locked box arrives, even if they have moved, that matches the key. Inside is just a post-it note with a smiley face. A set of dolls carefully arranged on each seat at their dining table, with plates and silverware for each one. Op said get the owners confused, not get the duck out of there. I'd burn the house down right there and then. A copy of Over the Hedge. If they don't have it, they'll be confused trying to remember when they bought it. If they do have it, they'll be confused when they got a second copy. Either way, Over the Hedge. I had 2 copies of Over the Hedge. Who are you and how did you find my house? I would study their sock drawers and note any lone socks missing its match. I'd go out and buy all of those same socks, put one from each pair I bought in a box labeled "From Dryer," and go leave the box in their laundry room. Kinda wholesome and convenient. Thank you, reverse sock mugger. I leave an old, dirty, wrinkled map with directions to a spot in their backyard on a table in the yard, and dig a hole in that spot on their backyard. They are forever going to wonder what sort of buried treasure somebody discovered in their backyard. I think the map might be overkill. Just dig a hole, And maybe leave the shovel behind so they know it wasn't dug by an animal. A printed photo album of all their social media photos with a stranger photoshopped into just enough photos to not notice. For extra effery, use one of those websites that use AI to create faces of people who don't exist. A Vaseline-covered watermelon in the bathtub, and the rest of the bathroom would also be covered in Vaseline. You're supposed to confuse the homeowners. Now you've confused everybody. I'd leave the faucets running and plug the drain and leave a note that said "Wet Bandits." Marv? Is that you? No, this is Patrick. A note saying, "The hidden camera is set up and good to go." Or, to make it less obvious, buy a 3-pack of cameras from a well-known site, hide 2 of them, both pretty well, but not the third. Move a bunch of random stuff though. I'd leave bar of soap that looks and smells exactly like a bar of chocolate on each bed. Username checks out. I heard a joke similar to this once. A person goes out for dinner and leaves their banjo in the front room of their house. They comes back a few hours later to find the window smashed. They expect to see their banjo missing. But instead they find 2 banjos. This actually happened to me years ago. I had a party at my place with a bunch of booze and friends. Everyone left and my girlfriend at the time passed out. We woke up in the morning with the front door ajar and a stuffed Spider-Man doll left in bed with us. Nothing missing, nothing else out of sorts. Freaking strangest and violating experience. I would leave just 1 shoe. 2 shoes is understandable, but leaving just 1 leads to many unanswered questions. Cinderella, is that you? What would have been your answer or question? Leave it in the comments below. Slap that like and subscribe button for more, and check out the link in the video description for even more answers. Peace out, and catch you in the next video.